The number of children entering foster care system continues to rise for the fourth straight year. The numbers correlate with another epidemic sweeping the country. RT's Natasha Sweets reports tonight.
It's no secret more kids are being placed into foster care, and now officials are connecting the dots between the country's opioid epidemic and areas needing more foster care housing. And this in turn is making many pointing to preventative measures as the key to unlocking peace for our future youth.
I truly believe that it was time, that my family got help.
Tanisha Saunders says she grew up in an abusive home, both physically and emotionally. She says at the age of only 5 years old, she remembers her mom changing and becoming less affectionate.
My mother and my father got divorced. It was within that same year, I believe, that my grandmother passed away as well.
And soon after, Saunders says she became a statistic like so many others living in an abusive household for years. As her other siblings eventually ran away, she dove into academics to numb the pain she felt coming from her family life.
It got to a point where my mother, she would no longer use her hands or a belt. She would just pick up things and would hit me with baseball bats.
Finally, at the age of 15, Saunders found the courage to tell a family friend what was happening at home and eventually was placed into foster care. Saunders is one of thousands in the U.S. who has gone through the foster care system. 2016 makes the fourth straight year in a row where the U.S. has seen a hike in foster care. A whopping 437,465 kids were counted in the system, according to the Administration for Children and Families. And the organization sees the numbers for 2017 even higher than the federal government is predicting. Danielle Hempel, president of Foster Media Connections, says there are several factors affecting the foster care rates.
There's been other drug crises before that have resulted in children being neglected and abused and entering the system. People point to the crack epidemic, and we're dealing with another one of those cycles.
In particular, Hempel says the research shows a correlation between areas struggling with the opioid crisis and the increase in foster care rates. Take Georgia and Oklahoma. Both are showing the greatest increase in change for foster care numbers. They also happen to be two states struggling with the country's opioid epidemic. A recent string of counterfeit Percocet affected nearly 24 people in Georgia, where the culprit remains a mystery. Last year alone, 899 people in Oklahoma died from drug overdoses, a startling 68% increase since 2007. That's why the state's attorney general has a lawsuit in the works against 4 manufacturers of opioid pain medication, alleging deceptive marketing. In Los Angeles, Natasha Sweet, RT.